Hey, what's up, party people? Black Lightning. It's time for another Black Lightning Monday. I know you're like looking at me and you're like throwing a people's eyebrow because you're saying, that dude's in the same clothes. He's got the same crappy haircut. I'm pretty sure he filmed this video at the exact same time as he filmed the last one. That's right. I want to address a bunch of these topics. I want to keep it try and keep it short and sweet. But I wanted to knock out a whole bunch of them today on a rainy, crappy, cold, miserable Monday here in San Francisco while the club is closed. So I wanted to get a few of these things done and wanted to address answering some questions and things that people have been sending in on the YouTube's channel and Facebook and Instagram and all the places that people have been tracking me down, even LinkedIn, all those places. So anyhow, here's an idea for you. A lot of you will be surprised when I say this, but one of the most valuable audio jobs you will probably ever have, if you can find one local to your area, which you should be able to, and assuming that they have enough PA system to actually work with, is go out and find yourself a regular gig doing an open mic, probably in a restaurant or like a cafe or something like that. It is hugely underrated for how great of an experience that can be. And there's two reasons why that I'm going to give you for why it's a great experience. One, it just teaches you to work really fast and troubleshoot really fast. Because the way a lot of open mics are formatted is they have people signing up in like 8 or 10 minute slots. And sometimes it can be stand-up comedy. The next person could be a singer-songwriter. Then it could suddenly be like a jazz trio. Then it could go back to a duo. Then it could go to whatever. A person could go up there and like do a slideshow or something. People do all kinds of weird, crazy stuff at open mics. There's a place up in the North Bay, about 30 miles north of San Francisco, up in the area where I live. And it's a place called the Hop Monk Tavern, and I'm going to shoot some videos there in the future because it's a great venue, really, really cool little venue that I've always had a good time mixing at. And I've been there for over 6 years now, been in the rotation there. Not as much as I used to because my responsibilities here at the bottom of the hill keep me pretty busy here, along with running my own sound company and whatnot. But I was doing the open mics up there every week for probably at least 2, maybe close to 3 years. And it was a great experience. And what might surprise you is that I already had like mixed like arena-sized tours at that point when I actually came into that job at the end of 2012. And even then, at a certain level of experience where I was really confident about mixing really, really huge shows, it still was really good for me to do something in a small room with just a few vocal mics and a few DIs on the front of the stage, and working from a Yamaha LS9, and but we had good, like K12s on the stage for monitors and that sort of thing. So really, actually, a very, very good sounding rig for how small that room is. Anyway, the long and the short of it is that it's a great experience. It can teach you a lot very, very quickly, and a lot of times I think people want to sort of like bypass the smaller gigs and head straight towards working in the bigger venues and working for the bigger production companies and that sort of thing. And I totally get that because there's a certain fun and excitement and challenge that comes with doing those much bigger gigs. But I don't care what level you're at. I really, really recommend, if you have a chance to go and do a weekly open mic for, I would say, at least 6 months, maybe even longer, you'll be glad you did it later on. I really believe that. I think it's been a great experience for me having done it over the years. The second thing I want to say that makes it so valuable and is really cool is if you're really in touch with your local music community and you have done a lot to stay in touch with performers and build rapport and build good friendships and relationships with people that you see on a recurring basis, that's just another place where you can actually meet people when they're really, really, truly just starting out and getting on a stage for like the very first time ever. And what's cool about it is sometimes you'll see people that frankly are not so great. Like there'll be some pretty cringeworthy stuff that you'll have to sit through when you're doing an open mic. But the cool thing is when you're still there, or if you go back into the rotation at that venue and you're seeing some of those same folks like maybe 2 years later, you'll be like shocked and amazed at how much better people have gotten. And it's actually like really a satisfying, cool thing to watch people, like move up a little bit and actually get a lot better at what they're doing. And then eventually they get to where they're good enough that they start playing those other bigger venues that you might already be working in. So it's just a really cool thing. I think it's, like I said, it's something that I think a lot of people would sort of like dismiss the idea of working like in like a cafe or a restaurant, and it probably wouldn't be the first kind of audio job that live sound engineers would sort of romanticize and think is going to be like really cool and exciting. But it's definitely a valuable experience. I highly recommend it. Get out there, find one of those gigs. It's cool. All right, talk to you later.